Hey everybody, it's Thursday afternoon, my hair's sticking up, and I'm sure you're all going to be incredibly relieved to hear that there is no HelloFresh meal tonight. Are you getting tired of that? Pardon my little kitty cat, Kate. Are you getting tired of that? I just have so much fun cooking, and I've gotten such good response from my subscribers about those videos. I made a video last night of my supper, but then I just didn't post it. I don't know why, I just didn't. Well, today's video, if I can get through it without squalling my eyes out, is about my son, and I'm already about to start crying. We have had such sadness and trials in our little area lately. A sweet girl, and I've mentioned her before, is really fighting for her life with breast cancer. She's 40, just turned 40. She's a few years younger than me. Another young man who's 30 is also fighting for his life. Just these young people having such horrible medical issues. And then a couple of nights ago, one of my friends from high school and a girl who I had reconnected with in the last 3 years, because this house that I live in belonged to her great aunt, and she was raised by her dad and grandmother and great aunt. Took her own life right down the road from where I live at her mother's grave. The extreme sadness she must have felt to do that, I just cannot even imagine. The depression she was going through. She was 8 when her mother took her own life. And, but her dad raised her. She married a doctor, and they have a daughter who is in her young teens, probably like 12, 13, maybe 14. I don't know if she's that old. And they found her lying on her mother's grave. She had overdosed. I don't know if it's intentional or if she just took too many pills to calm down. Either way, her life is gone at 42, maybe 43. She's a year older than I am, but I forget when her birthday is. Her funeral's tomorrow, and of course I can't attend because it's during school. But the reason for this is that, and besides, the last couple of weeks have just been a real struggle for me. It's just been tough with all the sadness that's going on and just other issues. And it's like my son can just know that it's time to give mama a pick-me-up. He's in college and he's just an hour away, but it literally means, 30 hours away, because you know how kids are. He's 22, he's in college, he's got a full-time, well, pretty much a full-time job. He works a lot of hours. He has a full plate in school classes, courses at college, and then he's got friends on top of that. He's a busy boy. We text every day, but we don't talk on the phone every day just because his schedule is so different than mine. So I haven't even, we have not even talked about all the things that are going on. He has no clue about anything except for maybe what he sees on Facebook. And today, when I left school, I had a notification on Facebook. And you guys might have mixed feelings about social media. Obviously you don't, because you frequent YouTube, which is also social media. Facebook is different because you know the people that you're conversing with. But he took a picture that he and I had taken at a Making Strides for Breast Cancer 5K. It's of us. And he just put the sweetest post about me. Lord, I can't even deal with it. I'm crying my eyes out, and I haven't even started reading it. it was just what I needed, and he is, I like to call him perfectly imperfect because, he's a typical kid / man, but he has always been God's greatest blessing to me. He never, ever gave me any trouble and has just been my most precious blessing, my greatest treasure. I just cannot put it into words. And you guys who have children or who love children like they're your own, you understand. He's just always been my confidant. I've been married a few times, but he has been my constant. We have been best friends, and I was his rock and he was mine all of his little life. I did not live my life through him like some parents do. Don't you feel weird? I feel weird when people are parked in the road at the four-way stop in my window and I know they're watching me video. They probably think, weirdo. Sorry, I was bird walking. Through everything that has happened to me in my life, Chisholm has been the one steadfast element. The one. Of course, my parents and my family, but that boy of mine, that boy. Okay. I'm going to read you what he wrote, and I'll include a picture, in the post at the end of the video. Just because I feel like he needs to be applauded for being a good boy. So many parents are struggling right now with kids who are just really acting out or trying to find their way and doing big, bad, horrible things. If your child is testing your boundaries, testing their boundaries, and pushing you to the limit, I know it's difficult. Like I said before, he and I'm a strict parent, and I have beat him 100 times. I've whipped his butt and smacked that face and the ugliness came out, but he really hasn't. I haven't had to do that very often at all. But there are these kids who are giving their parents really big trouble, and it makes me so thankful, and it makes the things that he has done, things that I have made a huge deal about and really just reamed him out about, seem so small. And I've been giving up prayers for these parents who are struggling. And if you're struggling, or if you have a kid who's, being a kid or being a college kid and driving you nuts, just be thankful that it's just what it is. Or even for you parents who've lost a child. I'm sorry, not that. I can't even imagine. For you people who are struggling with your children who are really making huge mistakes, life-altering mistakes, they will get past this, and the blessing is that they are still living and breathing. Because after thinking about what my friend's dad is going through, I just cannot even imagine. And we have friends who have lost their children in the last couple of years, and I cannot even imagine. It makes everything seem so trivial. So, to end this ball fest, I'm going to read what he said about me. And he has said all these things to my face. We just are not on the same timetable. And so for him to get this message to me, it was just easier for him to post it like this. Judge all you want. Maybe you won't. But for those of you who think Facebook is silly or social media in general is silly and that people should not post these things, that they should contact the person or say it face to face, I would love to see his face. I mean, he misses me and I would love to see mine. But once again, our schedules don't mesh. I'm not going to be able to read this. I don't know why I'm even trying. Okay, here we go. He says, a little appreciation post for the only woman I'll ever need. Things could have turned out much worse when I was just about 18. That's when I was diagnosed. But she's a fighter, and the strongest person I know. I had to give you a piggyback ride half of this 5K, but I'd carry you 1,000,000 more. Because we're tag teaming this thing to the end. I love you, Madre. No, it's not, you know, a book. It's the thought. It's the thought. He did have to carry me half that 5K because after I ran every day for several years before I was diagnosed with cancer, and then after going through all those surgeries and things, I just can't run anymore. It hurts my chest. So I'm finding other ways to exercise. So I had not exercised at all for a couple of years at that particular 5K, and so he did have to carry me on his back. So I guess the point of this post is to say appreciate your children. And if you're a young person who doesn't have kids yet, appreciate your parents because they will not always be here. And even though we're grown, gosh, you're going to think I'm an idiot. Even though we're grown, we need to be told that we're appreciated and we need to feel love. Okay. That's all. I hope you guys have a great day. And if you want to see another HelloFresh video, I have 2 more meals. And if you'd like for me to record them and vlog it, please comment below. And always give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Bye.